Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Topics After Dusk with Dee and Lida. Excuse me. How is it going? Sugar Nella over there
One,
just, she got bundles. She popped in the room. I'm like, are you serious? You have, I'm surprised she don't have her little pink fur earmuffs on. And
I
she
don't have them anymore.
walking
I have some new ones now. I have some new ones now.
like, how do you? And now here's the contrast. I have no sleeves on, right? My arms out, and she got all that stuff on. Hey, Tamika, how are you doing?
Hello.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Ooh, yes, girl, I be cold. And
Oh, yes.
I work in the warehouse, so I leave this hat on all day because it's not climate controlled. So it's
Mm,
whatever the environment is. That's the temperature of the room.
hmm.
Yes. To me, I'm all bundled up, honey. Yes. And I got my little heater over here on the side too. Yeah, right over here on the floor, my little space heater. Cause it just don't get warm enough for me in here. I gotta have some cover
Wow.
and a heater. I don't like the cold. That-
I, I don't like cold, but I'm like, I don't be wearing all that in the house. But this is Lita. She be fully just bundled up. I wasn't quite ready. And I was like, wait, are you inside?
yeah, that's what she is. But you wearing that on the inside? I said, yeah, it's a little
Shoulder.
chilly. You know, I don't control the climate here either. I have to just go with whatever everybody else wants to have it. I have it summertime in here. Well, I can wear some
Okay.
shorts, but they say that's too hot, Lita. I'm like, okay, I'll
All right.
improvise.
So we're going to go through these introductions. We're so glad that you guys have joined us. Hey, Periscope. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, hello, Tribe. Hello, Facebook. I hope you guys are, if you're in the area where winter has decided to show up with fall, I hope you're staying warm and dry because it's been raining nonstop for quite a few days. Well, off and on.
Hmm.
Louisiana is bracing up for
I
another
know.
hurricane. It is crazy.
Another one.
So prayers go out to the Gulf Coast, Gulf Coast,
Mhm.
and then all of you that's getting some early snowfall. I hope you are staying warm as well. All right. So, my name is Darlene Anthony, better known as D here on the program. And sort of kind of in life, sometimes, people have started calling me D. So I've accepted. I've never had a nickname before, but let's roll with it. I'm D, your number one money mindset maven, founder of Purpose to Freedom, and co founder of Freedom Growers, where we are helping families to discover a growth mindset while building confidence one solution at a time. We are mentoring minds to appreciate critical thinking skills while building knowledge and confidence.
Yes, and again, good evening, everyone. My name is Alida Smith, and I am your number one results driven accountability strategist. I provide resources and support to show you how to redefine while rekindling your relationship with food and money by empowering you to regain control of your actions while creating a more financially fit, energized, and transformed you. As the founders of Freedom Growers, our mission is planting seeds and growing fruit for your mind, your body, and your pocketbook. Yes,
Yes,
we are
yes,
ready to rock
yes.
and roll this evening with our topic tonight.
Yes, this is
Mind.
freedom.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Topics
we
after
over there.
dusk 2.5. All right, I had to find my place. So last night we talked about planting to foster change. So we know that we are planting seeds, but tonight is all about what's in your garden. Ooh, what is in your garden? And so I came across this poem. I think I want to start with the poem to kind of get you in the mindset of what tonight is really about. All right. And we shall not hold you long. Let me find it. Here it is. So, the garden of your mind. And forgive me, but I'm going to have to read this. Um, Let me see if I can move it. What are you growing in the garden of your mind? What do you water, nourish, or feed? Do you plant seeds of forgiveness, of love, or do you fertilize weeds of anger, resentment, fear? What are you growing in the garden of your heart? Do you allow sunshine to reach dark pain in the corners of your heart? Do you allow tears to wash it clean and nourish it? Or do you put up fences to keep out the feelings? Get on your knees, grow your own food, decide what it is you want in your soil. Know what you are cultivating, what you are growing. A lot can grow in the garden of your body if you let it seed, nourish it, allow it, watch it grow.
I
So,
like
what's in
that.
the
I
garden of
like
your
it. Now,
yes? Go ahead.
okay, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. I didn't know if we were overlapping again, but I got you. I'm clear on my end, but I know sometimes it's different. But yes, yes. So the topic tonight is what's in your garden. And I missed last night episode, so I did not even get a chance to watch replay. I am having some technical difficulties over here in the land of technology if I'm not at my house. So we're gonna get right into what is in your garden tonight. I lost my place. Am I still on the screen, D?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
It's
Ooh, good, good, good.
moving.
Me, I'm moving.
Yes.
Okay, good. You can see me. Yes. Okay, that's all that matters.
No, the screen was shaking, moving.
Oh, okay. But I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So it's saying plant the right seeds. Plant the right seeds. I'm sorry. 1 second, y'all. So the poem it kind of explained, what are we planting as it relates to what is in our garden. And I like when you're saying plant the right seeds. It's what thoughts are we giving ourselves every day? Are we allowing the seeds of confusion to take control? Are we allowing the seed of fear, right? And so I know we talk about doing it afraid, but sometimes being afraid is just that, being afraid. You just don't have it in you to push yourself to go to your next level. And so sometimes those are the seeds that you're planting, and you've planted those seeds so long that is what your garden consists of. And so what I like about what we've been discussing is that it's time to start amending the soil, right? And go ahead and acknowledge that, hey, some of the stuff that's in my garden is really hindering my growth process. And a lot of it is things that I absolutely can take control of. I can regain control of my thoughts. I can regain control of my actions, right? And especially those thoughts, because before you take an action, there is always a decision in your mind, a choice in your mind that says, yes, I'm going to do it, or no, I'm not. And so based on what's in your garden, it's going to be able to harvest the right the right seed, the seed of yes or the seed of no, the seed of abundance or the seed of lack. So that's a key point. Knowing what you've planted already will determine what needs to be gone, what needs to be amended. And I hope I don't get cut off. I'm spinning over here. Okay, well, I'm good.
Yeah, you're good on my end.
Okay. So some of the things that we have to deal with as far as seeds are our past. And I know we kind of hit on this, but the past really takes a toll on our future a lot of times. I was just at an event with my friends, and we were celebrating her accomplishment in her personal life, but we also had to acknowledge some of the things that happened to her before she got to where she was. And
Mm-hmm.
those past hurts, those, and it's still domestic violence, you all. And we were having a domestic violence awareness brunch. Even though we were celebrating her accomplishment, it still really hadn't been enough discussed about some of the things that we normally talk about this time of year. um, Cancer, and of course domestic violence, and there just really hasn't been a big buzz. Everything has just kind of just wiped it out, with what's going on. And so it's so many people that are still hurting from past hurt, and they haven't been able to amend that soil. But you have to always acknowledge, why is it's hard for me to say yes to things I know I can at least, work through doing. I may not be able to do it the best as everybody else, but I know I can at least give it a fair chance. But it's just someone has abused your empowerment. Someone has taken away your power to even be able to be confident with who you are, knowing that you have that seed in your garden, but all of that past relationship stuff, that past hurt, it took away your empowerment. And it took away your empowerment to the point where there doesn't even have to be a monster in the room. The monster is still haunting you because it has festered your garden. But you absolutely have enough power within you, and you are empowered enough to say, you know what, I got through that. That's no longer a seed that has room to grow in my garden. Even though it's not really growing, it's so much there. It's so much there that it's still in the way of what it is that you need to be doing because of that, because you made it through. There is power in your story. You won't even let your power put you on that pedestal that it was designed for. You're still letting the story keep you on the ground, keep you on the floor. It still is stepping on you instead of you stepping above it. You've made it through. You're already victorious. We always focus on the things that are hurting us instead of reminding ourselves constantly that yes, we got through. All right, so that brings us to the next point, you guys. You gotta wipe it out. Once you can acknowledge it, once you can say, you know what, I won that battle, I won that race. It's time to let that go. Let's get it out this garden. I want to be able to live in my empowerment. I want to be able to live in my purpose. I want to be able to walk in my purpose. I want my story to be told so that it empowers someone else, so that it teaches someone else, so that it warns someone else, so that someone else can also believe in themselves. It took somebody else's story for me to believe in myself. I had to walk through my mess to get to some of this glory that I'm seeing before me now. I had to learn from experience. I had to go through some things. Like, I had to still work through it all. I had to go to work every day with a smile on my face and a frown in my heart. But now I'm smiling in my heart and on my face because I was able to amend that weed. I was able to take back my power, be empowered with whose I am. versus who I was or the hurt that hurt me. Sometimes you're the hurt person that hurts you. Hurt people hurt people. Sometimes we just hurt ourselves. And when we can acknowledge that, we can remove that weed without a shadow of a doubt. Other weeds, the procrastination, doesn't have to be a horrible story to be a weed. It could just be you don't have good time management. That's a weed that you need to amend, right? It's not always about, oh, well, this happened to me when I was young, or this happened to me in my life. Some things, they're just happening because you're letting it happen. You have created conditions that you made into traditions. I'm always late everywhere I go. People know that. Let's amend that weed, y'all. You don't have to be late to everywhere you want to be. You have to make a conscious decision. This is what time I need to be here. I know how long it's going to take me to beat my face. You know what I'm saying? I can't do extra stuff in that time that I need to yield to myself so that I'm there. Lack of time management is a weed, y'all, that will stunt your growth. Lack of preparation, it will stunt your growth, right? Not just some of those things, oh, I don't believe I can do it. Yeah, you believe you can do it. You just don't want to put in the time to do it. You don't want to squeeze it in for yourself. We're going to remove some of these weeds. And it still stems around your mind. We're talking about the weeds in your mind. Time management is in your mind. You already know what time you need to be somewhere. But for whatever reason, you being late is in your garden. Everybody expects me to be late, so I don't want to let anyone down. I'm going to be late. Do y'all have that friend? Oh, she's late to everything, or he's late to everything. We got to give them 30-minute time ahead so that they'll be there on time. Do y'all have, know people like that are just late to everything? That's in their garden. It's a weed that they've allowed room to grow. Just going through some more things here, y'all. Do you want to
So when you
remove
are wiping
the
out
weed?
these weeds, it's very important because there are weeds in every single garden that's there. Because for every good there is definitely a bad. But what I have learned over definitely over the course of I guess a year and a half is to really acknowledge that it's there. Don't try to gloss over it. Don't act like it's not, because if you just step over the small thing, that small thing is going to become a big thing. And so what you want to do is acknowledge it, observe it. And in just recent months, in the past year, I've I can recognize when I'm triggered by certain things. And so I try not to, because that's some weed in your mind. You're triggered by somebody else's behavior, and you have to check, is that a mirror for you? Because somebody else's behavior, if you can see it and acknowledge it, then it must be something that you see in yourself as well, because everyone can be, or not everyone, but people that you interact with could be a mirror for your own behavior if you're agitated or what have you. And I'm speaking from experience. So observe what's happening. And like it says, you might be able to write this thing down. Okay, I'm noticing that every time this happens, I do this or I do that. Acknowledge it. Pull that weed, those negative thoughts, those negative feelings, those negative responses, because you are the only one that can control how you respond to those triggers. And don't get sucked in. you know, journaling, this journey that I've been on since October 1st, that I've gotten really serious about it. I journal every single night. Even if I'm about to fall asleep and I discuss, the thoughts that I had. Somebody opened up a Dr. Pepper and I haven't had a soda in a while, right? So I'm just that just the opening of the can of the soda is like, oh, oh man. But in this garden that I am cultivating, that is a weed.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar is a weed.
Yes.
Bread is a weed. I told
Mm.
y'all yesterday we went to Logan's, and Logan's is a weed. Well, at least the bread is. Everything else, I can just not see it, but not see it, not get affected by it, and be okay. Because I observe, I know what it does to my body, and I don't want to have that feeling, because I am cultivating, I am growing a different garden, excuse me, that I want to flourish. And so you have to talk to yourself, hey, Miss Karen, you really have to talk to yourself, know what the weeds are, and pluck them suckers right on out, right? Pluck them out.
Out of there.
Okay.
Logan's do got some weeds. They do have some good weeds. They got some.
Now, if we were
Yes,
at
that
Texas
weed. The
Roadhouse,
Logan's Road.
right? If we was at Texas Roadhouse, I don't know. But I told my coach, I said, I gotta be on the straight and narrow now, because
Oh no.
I'm saving up all my weeds, so to speak, for Thanksgiving, because I know that I want to eat some goodness. And so I'm storing. Oh yeah, I didn't eat that roll of bread. Boom. I didn't eat that. Boom. And then watch, when Thanksgiving come, I probably won't even be able to eat what
Yeah.
I think I'll be able to eat, because my stomach is changing. It can't hold what it held before. And so I'll probably be mad anyway, but at least I'll get a little taste on my tongue. But now I can handle it better. I can handle it a bit better. And I know what
Mm-hmm.
I need to pull.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It won't. It won't try to take over. It won't be the weed that's flourishing. Yeah.
Mm.
You be like, oh, I can acknowledge this is becoming too much of a satisfaction. I need to just
Oh,
go
your
ahead and
sound is going in
chunk
and
it.
out.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
I
Can you
know.
guys hear?
That's why I'm trying to wait until it catches up.
Yeah, it's let me pull it up and see what I can hear. Yeah, it's just intermittent.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hello. Hey,
One, if you hear
Queen.
both of us, okay. Type in one if you can hear both of us, okay.
It's just in and out.
Yes.
Oh,
Or the sound is coming through, but your mouth is delayed. Crazy part, crazy stuff, crazy, crazy.
hello. Good evening. Oh,
This next
it doesn't
is
make sense. Oh,
Yeah.
I know, right? I read really.
Yeah. Let's go on to this next point because
All right.
this one is
So
like,
point next one take. Watch, yes, watch what other people are throwing on your soil. Eek.
thank you, Karen.
Watch what other people are throwing. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Sorry, I'm a little. It's the, woo. We talk about this. You can't talk all your business. You can't tell your dream to dream killers. How do you know that they're a dream killer? How many times have you told them something that you wanted to do and they shut you down? They ain't even give you a try. And we don't use that word, but they ain't even give you a chance. They ain't even give you a piece of hope, an ounce of hope. They
Girl,
ain't
why you
giving
want to
you
do that?
no love in the
What?
yes, in the growth by step process. Okay. They don't want to give you a step of encouragement. They don't want to give you nothing. Every time you talk to some people, it's always about them. They done turn the conversation around. You calling them about something about you, and the conversation gets distorted and goes on them. Y'all, we just telling it like it is.
Absolutely.
There's some weeds in your garden, and you're so nice. You love everybody to God, but they weeds in your garden, in your garden. Some folks you just gotta love from a distance.
Hmm.
And you got to get around the people that want you to really see your purpose through. Not everybody has ill intentions on you making it. They just don't see it. They don't see your new growth process. They don't see your new self-development moves that you're making on the back end. Some of those things you do in private. They don't see the things that you're feeding yourself that gives you the power to say, you know what, I'm ready to do this. They don't see those things. They kind of see the things that got you and that person involved, or in that friendship or that relationship. Y'all might have met at parties, and that's just might have been just what y'all was doing. And so somehow or another, you started changing some of the things that you feed your mind that allows you to take those different steps. And they haven't been on that journey with you, so they don't see that for you because that's not how y'all have been rolling. Remember, sometimes these journeys, these people that we meet, we're meeting them for the reason or the season,
Hmm.
and so you gotta decipher, okay, that I'm able to get from this individual at this point in my life. Where am I at in this point in my life? So when it's time for you to grow, if they're not ready to grow, if that's not what they've been planting in their garden, that's not conversations that you all normally have. Sometimes it's going to seem like they are to kill your dream, but at the end of the day, remember they're just the soundboard. They're not the decision maker. They're only the soundboard. So if that's someone that you to, just talk. Don't allow their response to interfere with your message, right? Sometimes when people throw things at us, or when people throw things in our garden, we just go ahead and say, oh, that's some type of nutrient and I need it. But it's not a good nutrient. You don't need it. So, like Dee was saying, she recognizes the weeds before they even come around. That sound, when she was talking about the sound of the can, I could smell the sound of the can. Y'all know that there is a scent that comes with that. Psh. See, I'm all. I'm telling y'all, we see it, we smell it, and we
Hmm.
taste it. So if it's something that you're trying to get rid of, that's already been something in your garden that has just been there and grown. You're so used to it. So when you hear the sound, you can sometimes smell it, or sometimes you can kind of taste it. And
Hmm.
I'm thinking of a Dr. Pepper. It has a sweet scent. Dr. Pepper is not like a Coke. It's a sweeter soda.
Yeah.
So when she said Dr. Pepper, I could smell the scent of that soda coming out of that can. So you got to
Mm-hmm.
be like, whoa, hold up. She's throwing seeds in my garden that don't belong here, or he's throwing a seed in my garden that don't belong here. Are you gonna put that seed on down in the ground, or are you gonna get rid of it? So this is watch what other people are throwing on your soil. They fertilizer or they manure ain't your fertilizer.
Oh, huh. You better say it. Their manure is not your fertilizer. You better be like
Mm-mm.
Matumbo and block it.
Okay.
No, no,
Their
no.
manure
You
is not
cannot.
your fertilizer. Cannot.
Okay.
I
And
love you, but I got
I'm even I watch very little news. I don't listen
mm-hmm.
to the radio really. Um I have my own little playlist that I have going on. I find myself listening to Hamilton, the musical, a lot because I love those songs. I love the music and stuff like that. But you got to be careful who you talking to. I have an issue with talking to people that's always negative. That gets under my skin because you're still speaking negativity over the same thing that you told me yesterday or the week before, a month ago, a year ago. You're still talking about that same thing. So I don't have time for your negativity. You're not going to throw that onto my soil because I'm not growing that. And you're not allowed to put that into my mind until you're ready to deal with it and do something about it. I'm not here to listen to your sad song. Now, if you're seeking some guidance and if you need a shoulder to cry on, trust and believe I'm there to listen. But I don't want to hear the same old, and you still doing the same thing and you haven't done anything else about it. I cannot. My garden can't handle the seeds that you're throwing.
Yep.
Can't handle
Nope.
those seeds.
And I like this point that they made. Right? Ooh, okay.
You got to say that again.
It's social networks be the source. Let me go back over here real quick. Don't let social networks be the main source. Don't let social networks be the main source of information for you. I like that. Social networks, don't let them be the main source
Hmm.
of information for you.
And read that
Everybody
next
ain't in
bullet
there on the
because
same
that
page.
gives
So you're gonna get all kind of they getting the shot or not, sugar Bella.
yes,
Okay, let's
this second line
hold on.
right here.
I, yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it.
Yeah.
Browse educational, not mental masturbation internet sites. I'm done. Yeah,
Mental, not physical, not sexual.
yeah.
Mental.
Mental, not physical, right. Mental. Somebody took it the wrong way.
Hmm.
I, it was some what was it? I don't know what the name of it was, but every time it was a fight, it was a page that every time it was a fight, that's all that they would show. Now that's some mental masturbation right there. If you all you
Right.
want to do is see fighting, what is the what? Ooh, I didn't even know
That's
how I
like
got.
a couple
I
weeks ago.
politely removed myself.
Right.
Woo!
A couple weeks ago, there was this guy in Baton Rouge, and I got a lot of my friends on Facebook is from my hometown. So whatever, this guy owns his own crawfish company, crawfish bar or something. So they said, "Have you seen the video?" So there's a video going around. Send me the video. Send me every other post. I'm like all up and down my timeline.
Yes.
Send me the video. Send me the video of him doing this with somebody. And I'm like, is that what y'all talking about? How is that helping you do anything but to conjure up mess or perpetuate mess, gossip?
Mm-hmm.
Surely this person didn't want this video to come out, and now the entire city and people around the country, around the globe now know about this one thing because y'all want to see a video. Oh, you got that other video? Let me see that video. That's all y'all have to do. And that's my hometown. And so I'm like, y'all just
Mm.
don't get it. You don't get it. You're letting all this stuff grow in your garden. And you just taking it all. You don't really know what's
Mm-hmm.
good for you, what's not so good for you, what is elevating you, what is diminishing you. You're just taking it all.
Yep.
So much so that
And
you're
it's just taking
conditioned.
up unnecessary space.
Yes, it's
What were you about to say about the condition? We got the overlapping again. So I
it's just that all these things have been you're planting these seeds in your garden. So much is a condition. You're conditioned to want to be in the midst of mess. Like you said, that's a bunch of manure that's really
mm-hmm.
not fertilizing. That's that manure
Mm-hmm.
that is
Mm-mm.
not good for the soil. It's doing
Mm-hmm.
absolutely nothing for you because what have
It's
you
about
gained?
to be out.
What have you gained from looking at that filth, watching someone embarrass themselves? Um, what's the gain? You were able to see it, say, "Oh, I saw him do X, Y, and Z. Oh, I knew
Mm.
he like this." So
Mm-hmm.
what?
Mm.
Why are those things important? But that's the mindset of a lot of people. They don't realize how insignificant these things are, and they're not elevating anybody. That is such
Mm.
negative um, vibes, negative frequency, negative intentions that we can't
Yes.
elevate to who we really are supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. That's it. I like that. All right. Woo. So be sure you all are liking and sharing and hearting up the live. Again, if you are viewing here in the middle of the live, we are talking about what seeds are in your garden. What seeds are in your garden. And so the final point for this evening is take good care of the soil. And I like this because it kind of goes with our mission for planting seeds for your mind, body, and your pocketbooks. And you have to take care of the soil. And the main point in order to take care of the soil in your mind, the seed of your mind, it has to live in a healthy environment. And the environment is your body. We talk about this on Cultivate Your Money Mondays. How you feel when you don't feel fulfilled, when you're unhappy. It could be the fact that you're not living a healthy lifestyle, healthy, active lifestyle, right? You're not getting enough sleep. You're living in a bunch of stress. You're not getting enough exercise. Your diet has really gone just to the wayside. So when your body isn't feeling its best, your mind is going to be a little bit more easier to yield to a lot of mess because you're not healthy when you wake up in the morning. You're tired when you wake up in the morning. Sometimes you're on the wrong side of the bed because you just didn't get enough sleep. It's easy to say that you're not a morning person when you're not taking care of your body the day before going into the night, into the next day. I'm not a morning person. I don't get enough rest. I go home, I'm not going to bed till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm binge watching some mess. So you're feeding your body a lot of negative energy. So when you go to sleep, that negative energy is really wearing you down from the inside out. So how can you plant good seeds when your garden is unrested? When you don't have enough nutrients in the day to get you through an 8 hour day, right? You don't even have enough energy to get through 8 hours at your job. So how can I live in my purpose when I only have enough energy to go to work? And that's why we get a lot of times, I don't have time. I don't have time. You don't have energy. We all know that and should be putting it, I don't have enough energy. I'm not getting enough sleep. I am constantly surrounded by things that are starting to stress me out. Right? Yes. So yes, so the and I like here in the article is that getting enough sleep, the sleep is when your brain really time to make healthy and sound decisions. It keeps your brain healthy so that you are making sound decisions. And we take for granted sometimes that getting that sleep is important. And you know when you're sleep deprived, your decision making is really not that good. You be like, did I just do that? How many hours of sleep did I get? Sometimes sleep isn't that important to everybody, but it's important to our bodies. So if we're not taking care of our bodies, our garden is also going to suffer. That seed is just not going to flourish because we're not taking care of our bodies.
And we're going to end on this note. Yeah, thank you so, so much. What's in your garden? Remember, a healthy mind can only reside in a healthy body. A healthy mind can only reside in a healthy body. Are you voting for you? Vote for you because Freedom Growers is here to help you plant seeds and grow fruit for your mind and your body and your pocketbook. Connect with us in our free community, purposetofreedom.com. The group is Growth to Freedom. Just click on the link, answer the 3 questions. We welcome you. We have some things that we have going on. If you want to work on meal planning, we got you. If you want to get your mind right with your money, we got you. Let us know what your need is, and we are here to help. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Y'all know this is Wednesday, so Friday is coming. We have another fabulous person that's going to be on this Friday night. We know it's fine as wine at 9 with, excuse me, Faith at Friday. So make sure you're tuning in on Friday. And we will be back again tomorrow night for another episode of Topics After Dusk. Have a great rest of your day. Stay warm, stay safe, be blessed. Have a great evening. Bye, guys.